Joe, where did you feel that game change in momentum yesterday?
Yeah, right before the end of the half. Can't give up two touchdowns like that. In under 2 minutes, definitely was a buzzkill in terms of momentum.
What, looking back, what happened on that 39-yarder where Andrews just let us down?
It's just miscommunication, broken coverage. It's nothing that they did. It's just a communication aspect on our part.
Did the thought occur to you whatsoever when you were walking off that field that could be your last time playing at First Energy Stadium?
Not in the game or not in the moment, no. Just felt like another normal game getting off. I think when you get home and you think about it, definitely it was a possibility, or it is a possibility. But I mean, I don't look too far ahead in the future that way. So we'll see what happens.
Hey Joe, there's so much focus on the outside on Freddie's job.
Mhm.
Just what can you tell us about your view of him and everything he's dealt with this season as a first-year head coach with a team with a lot of expectations and talent?
Yeah, I mean, obviously Freddie works with the offense a lot more in practice. Is the head coach, so and see him in meetings and team meetings and stuff. But from my vantage point, Freddie's done everything he said. He said he's going to be a man of his word, and he's always been held that true. No matter what, if it was just something about practice, if it was something about a day off after a win or something, he never goes back on his word. He's going to stay true to that. He's going to be upfront with you. He's going to tell you the truth, and he's not going to shy away from it. So, in my aspect, I respect Freddie. He's a good guy like that, and I obviously don't know what he's doing with the offense. I don't know all that stuff, and I'm not getting paid to be upstairs, so I have no idea what they're talking about or anything. But from my aspect, Freddie's been what he said he's going to be, and I mean, he's a man of his word.
Do you think it was I mean, obviously it's good to have a bunch of talent when you're the head coach because it gives you the chances for success. But on the flip side, those expectations are so high that people are talking about his job at the end of year one. Normally, guys get the second year.
Yeah.
Not always, but normally, your defensive coordinator and get a second
Yeah.
year. Is that tough? Is he in a tough spot in some?
Yeah, I think, I mean, it's the same thing as on a quarterback. When you win games, quarterback gets a lot of credit. And when you lose games, it all gets blamed on the quarterback. It's the same with the head coach. I mean, it takes good coaching to get players to play the right way. But if the players aren't playing the right way and they lose games, it's going to be blamed on the coach. So it's a tough spot to be in this day and age, especially with all the scrutiny from the outside. Everybody looking to try to figure out and be an armchair head coach and see what's wrong or have their own explanations. But the only people inside the building are only Freddie really knows what he's doing and what through delegation, what the coaches are doing, what the players are supposed to be doing, and everybody has to be on the same page to get wins. And when you get wins, it'll reflect on the whole organization.
Why do you want to be back in a place that hasn't made the playoffs in 17 years and a place that has now had its 12th straight losing season? Why would you want to come back?
Yeah, I mean, this is the place that gave me my chance in the NFL. Just since I've been young, I've been a loyal guy. I've played in just the way you grow up. You play in the Waukesha West youth football system. You go to Waukesha West High School. You commit to a college. I mean, this day and age, people transfer all the time, but stay in college for 4 years. And NFL, you get to the NFL, and this is the team that brought you into the league. So there's a certain amount of respect there. There's a certain amount of pride in trying to turn it around and play for the team, play for the city, and be a successful team. So, I mean, NFL at the end of the day is a business, so it's different than all the previous levels of football I just talked about. But, I mean, that's just kind of the guy I am.
Still no contract offer?
No, I haven't heard anything.
Hey, Joe, you guys always say next man up, but being honest and talking about how these injuries have really affected the defense.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we've lost. I mean, I don't know exactly from the top of my head, but you just go from week 1 or 2, or the first time we play the Ravens, week 4, and just look at the rosters and the starting 11 we had yesterday is a whole lot of turnover. Obviously, I was talking to an old coach, and the NFL season is pretty much crisis management in terms of you're going to get injuries, things are going to happen. You just got to be able to figure out, and the teams that are able to manage that, all the turnover, all the crises or the injuries or suspensions or whatever, the best of the teams that are going to be successful at the end of the year. So we just got to be able, like you said, it's a next man up mentality, and that's what it has to be, because people are going to get hurt, people are going to get suspended, or people are going to not be able to play for specific reasons, and the next guy has to step up if you want to be successful.
Is it nice to have Miles back in the building, and how's he handling not being able to help you guys?
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously it's just nice to see him around. It's been, I don't know how many weeks it's been since I've seen him. But it's just good because he's a part of the team. He's part of the family. It's probably good for him to be gone, out of the building for a little while to just clear his head, hopefully not look at too much social media stuff, and just, reset and refocus, because everybody in here knows the kind of guy Miles is. And when he's in the locker room, he only adds to the presence here. So it's always good to have him around.
Hey, Joey.
I mean, you've had a number of defensive coordinators in your 4 years,
Mhm.
head coaches already. Do you notice that lack of continuity, or do you just show up and do your job? How does that impact?
Well, I think for me specifically, I show up and do my job and just try to do the best of my abilities every day, day in and day out. But you're going to notice a lack of continuity just because certain little things change. We get new strength coaches in, the off-season program changes a little bit. You get new coaches in your position group. Everybody's learning a new defense. And obviously when we had the same defense for 2 years, the second year was obviously a lot more smooth than the first year in terms of just installation, people being on the same level and understanding the defense. So the process of going through and starting anew all the time, well, sometimes it's refreshing to start anew. After a while, you want to have that continuity. You want to be able to be around the same scheme. You want to have the same guys around you, because that just makes things a little bit more just easier in terms of communication, in terms of understanding your role in the defense or what the guy next to you is doing, and they all also know that.
Why do you think the future is bright for this football team, even though this was such a disappointing season?
Yeah, I think obviously this year didn't pan out like we wanted it to, but you got all the talent here. You got the locker room has been a positive place, even though there's been a lot of adversity. And then specifically from the defensive side of the ball, this is I think kind of an outlier year in the terms of the guys we've lost at specific times of the year and haven't been able to come back through whichever fault of what's happened. But there's a lot of talent on the team. If we can get a healthy year and the cards fall in our favor, it's going to be a really successful team.
Have you guys learned a lot about crisis management?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, especially it's the first half of the game. We have a lot of new guys playing. We got a lot of guys who have gotten here in the last month playing. We have a lot of rookies playing. There's not, like I said, from the beginning of the year to the last week, there's a whole different turnover, especially on the defensive side of the ball. And we were able to execute extremely well for the first 28 minutes, and then obviously when before the half things happened, just a little bit of miscommunication, and then it kind of petered out from there. But there's the building blocks to be there, and I think experienced teams that have been around for a long time would be able to carry that through the whole game a little bit better.
But they've set the bar incredibly high, the Ravens, for where you guys have to get to going forward.
I mean, yeah, they're a good franchise. The head coach has been there for a long time, but I think what we showed earlier this year, I mean, if everybody on the team's here and we're playing healthy, we're executing, we can be right at that level. So it's definitely, obviously they're 13-2 or whatever they are, and we're not. So that's a bar you really want to get to. You want to be successful in terms of that. But I think we've shown to ourselves at moments throughout the year that we can be at that level, but you just have to be consistent.
Hey, Joe, it's the other side of the ball, but how much would you like to see Nick Chubb get the rushing title?
Yeah, I mean, Nick's a great guy, and he's a great athlete, great running back, and I mean, he's never going to talk for himself. He's never going to say anything for himself, but it's just it would be a sense of pride for not just the offense but the whole team to see him do that, because he deserves it. He's a guy who comes in here as a pro every day, keeps his head down, does his work, and doesn't complain about anything, and he just goes about his business, and that's the kind of attitude and leader you want on the team.
You checking his numbers on a weekly basis?
I'm not checking. I'm not that big of a Nick Chubb fan. But he should be at the top.